April, the month of fools. And who isn't a better fool than the mad scientist? I always like them. The intelligence is inspiring, and after all, there is proof you're not the biggest fool around. So this month, I will draw each day a mad scientist. Well, let's begin. This time, uh, it's Count Compagnon or something, because I'm not too versed in the Spirou Fantasio franchise. Um, we Dutch know him better as uh, Graaf Rommeldam or something, Rommelen. And as the name suggests, he is he's a count and more a hobbyist scientist, and he specialized and is more interested in plant life and mushrooms. Scrap that. He's more interested in the mushrooms. That's because I've drawn a mushroom in his hand. Strangely enough, I couldn't find a reference where he has mushrooms, but his very first appearance, he made the village of a small city unsafe with his mushroom creations. Unintentional, because this is yet again uh, a friendly mad scientist, or let's say a friendly mad hobbyist. I'm not even sure if he has a degree. That's the problem is I'm really not, yeah, really not very versed in the Spyro franchise. No more Suske Wiske Tintin fan. Well, um, this character is of course an answer to Professor so Cocoletus from Tintin, I think, because I'm not really sure what Cocoletus debut was. Well, what to say more? I found him very, very silly, and this is, of course, also the first time. So, the first time drawing him. Well, personally, I don't think he has a mad scientist look, but you can you can really see some Einstein influence in him. Spyro is not original created by uh, uh, by the famous artist Frank, Frank, but That's well, let's be honest. The artist has been the anchor that made the character popular. Da, 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 da. I'm not even halfway, and I'm running out of mad scientists I know from the European versions. I think there's probably one in Frank and Mortimer series, but I'm not versed in that also. Professor Calculators will make the list. Um, and I originally wanted to um, do two other professors, but they're so obscure that Europeans probably don't remember them. So I scrapped them for more uh, fun characters to draw. Yeah, sorry. The problem with the end result is that I'm on the fence if that I liked the end result or I hated it. So well, you can recognize him as the character, and the full view there is not the original art. I hate that one. Big nose. He has a big nose. He also has one of the things that most people forget with with drawing older people. Um, yeah, it's European, so it's not that uncommon. But the older you get, the bigger your nose and your ears get. So that's why when you draw a child, they have a very tiny nose. But ears are not are mostly a different story. This character has recently gotten his own series uh, with a younger version of him. Well, I haven't read it. I'm very interested to read it. So, not my favorite. You can't deny that his field is rather interesting for a scientist in fiction. There's also a story from Tintin with mushrooms, but it had nothing to do with the scientist. It had to do with a mutation with an android, with a metroid. Oh, I'm almost done. So let's wrap this up. And well, till next time. Ciao.